What's poppin', Virginia? I am your host, Nay Irie Poole. Now, I'm usually from Billiards Canvas, but I'm here to introduce the newest addition to the world of billiards, Billiards Music. Welcome to the first episode of Billiards Music. We're showing some love to some fire artists on the music scene from the DMV all the way down to the 7 cities in Southeast Virginia that we call the 757. So let's rock.
We've been two-stepping on the arms, check the footwork.
Y'all, I'm super excited for the addition of Billiards Music. There's truly something in the water when it comes to the talent coming straight out of VA and the DMV, and it's been that way for decades, and it continues with Billiards Music. We're so hyped to shed light on these creatives making new waves. I get the unique opportunity today to usher in our first artist that we're going to be welcoming into Billiards Music. Stepping up to the mic is a DJ. She's a host of the podcast Be Blunt About It, and she's the owner of Vibes Studio in Virginia Beach. My good sis is really out here on the scene, and y'all show some love to DJ GHUD Vibes, aka Diamond Riddick.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, you guys. Thank y'all for having me.
Diamond, you are literally Billiard Music's first artist. Thank you for rocking with us for real. I mean, how does it feel?
Honestly, to be the first to even be thought of, that's also, that shows that I'm doing my job and everybody else is doing their jobs as well by researching. So I definitely appreciate it.
Really, really happy to have you. So where are you from exactly? Can you tell us who is DJ GHUD Vibes, aka Diamond Riddick?
I'm from Chesapeake, Virginia, born in Lynchburg, raised here basically in Chesapeake, across the Carolina as well as Lynchburg. And that's pretty much it. I now reside in Virginia Beach, so I'm now a beach girly. I don't know if you'll be able to turn me back. I haven't decided because I am a country girl at heart. But yes.
I love that. So, okay, it sounds like you've been moving around Virginia a bit and you've gotten, used to the area, everything that's going on down in the Southeast. So what inspired you to become a DJ? Like, when exactly did you break into that scene?
I'm going to start with a story from when I used to listen to music in school and do my homework, study, and I would pass my tests. So music for me is kind of like a therapy, but it's also kind of one of them things that grounds me to the point, even though there's lyrics, like words coming out while I'm studying, and you would think that you wouldn't be able to focus, but I don't know. I enjoy music to the point where it just leaves a nice stamp on my brain, and it's almost like it boosts my dopamine immediately. I enjoy it too much. So that's where my inspiration is from. As far as it may be people that have inspired me, I will say definitely my dad, my son's father, even my girlfriend. She's inspired me because she's an artist, Gillette. Also being on the scene, other artists have inspired me. I would go out to open mics and see them and I go, wow, I like their sound. I wonder what that would mix with. And then, once you start thinking about, what could that mix with? You start feeling like, maybe I should be the DJ. I would definitely say a lot of people around me have been inspirational to the music industry. But I think me also taking the time to review it myself, I would say I inspired myself the most because I had to learn. I had to learn it from scratch, and I sat down, I took the time and educated myself, and just trying to make sure that I understand each part of DJing, the ins and outs, and also being, customer service based, but also having the technical skills. So, yeah.
It sounds like you've certainly been doing this for some time. When did you go from, oh, I'm just setting the vibe to no, I'm a DJ?
So I was curating events back in 2018, 2019 at a lounge on Lila Lane in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Anybody that's listening now, if you know, you know. But it was a hookah spot, and I started bringing artists in. We had DJs come in and things. So I started building up my leverage there. And then I had my son, once you have a son or a child, period, you take your little break. So I took a break here. I was dating my significant other, and again, they're very inspiring to me. Keeping them feet on the ground and being able to actually monetize off of being in the music industry, everybody cannot do that. So seeing it actually be done in front of my face as a creative, because everybody can't make money off of enjoying what they do as a creative. So I took it serious, and I started practicing, like I said, about a year, 2 years prior. Then I was taking it serious. I finally told my significant other, I really want to DJ, whining, being a brat. Finally, they presented my controller at my birthday, and they did it in such a cool way. Like, I didn't know I was actually getting it because she already told me no a million times. And I'm like, she's not getting it for me. And then a part of me was like, yes, she is. I'm spoiled. You're getting me this controller. Yes, you are. Girl, we're there at the event at my birthday, and I'm like, there's no controller. Like, nobody gave me a gift bag yet. Like, maybe she's right. Maybe she's not getting it. No, the DJ, I asked her to have this DJ at my birthday, and she got the DJ. That's why I'm like, maybe I won't get my controller. No, the DJ presented my controller, ended up becoming my mentor. So yeah, shout out to Sober the DJ. He's definitely, to me, one of the best DJs that I ran into. He took me right under his wing. So definitely appreciate people like that. He's made the journey a lot easier because it doesn't feel like I'm by myself. And yeah.
It's always great to have other people who are in the mix of what's going on to help usher people in. And it's like you have your own unique thing that you're doing, but it's always really beautiful to have some guidance. And I mean, like, I'm from Norfolk and Suffolk, and I think I've gotten like, I mean, I love our sound. I love the sound that's happening, like, and going on, like, at least within like that area that I'm in. And you sound like you've been a bit adjacent if you've been in like Chesapeake. So
Yeah.
how has the local music scene influenced like what you're doing and your style, your sound?
So I spin locals music. That is why I try my best to attend these events, because I do feel like just because I sing your music, I feel like also it has to be something behind that, meaning like stage performance, character, because I feel like all of that is a part of your resume. You don't want to be a creative with a nasty attitude. So when I come out and I meet you as a fan or even as just a DJ, I don't want to run into somebody that has, a horrendous attitude or someone that's going to be hard to work with or anything in that nature, in a negative connotation. Granted, we all have our cons to ourselves, yes. But when it comes to us doing business, I feel like how we act is a part of even our sound. So I will say going out, checking out other artists, going to open mics, going to shows, because there's shows. Please go out and support your local artists, because that mainstream artist was once a local artist at a show. So I always tell people, let's not forget that. That's where I find the sounds at. I think our sound, again, is very much different from anywhere that you go. You can go to DC, you can go to Atlanta, you can go to California, you can go to New York. You can't get it. Can't get that. You can't get what we have here, there. You're not going to find it. The sound is different with every artist that you get. I mean, sometimes when I have events and I put artists on events, I host an event every month called Vibe Garden, where I have a mixer of DJs. So we'll have about 3 to 4 DJs spin. Then sometimes I add a couple artists onto my lineup. So about 2 artists. Sometimes our sound is so versatile here, it's hard to pick. Like, it's hard to pick. And when I'm picking 2 out of, a zillion different people, it's hard to pick. So I will say that our sound is definitely inspiring, especially when I'm mixing, because it's like, I might not get that sound. I'm not going to get that anywhere else. So I can mix that in with something else, and now it's completely different.
Wild. That's beautiful because it really is like you get to blend it into something that's a complete new thing, even though it's being pulled from all these excellent sources. And I mean, you have an entire studio that's dedicated to artist development. I mean, you host a podcast, and I mean, you're still DJing, like all in the midst of this happening. So, I mean, I have to ask because I mean, it feels like you're creating something, you're building
Yeah.
something. Like what's the dream, the goal, the like what is it moving towards? Where are you going?
I get excited when I talk about this, by the way. So y'all are about to see me perk up. The dopamine just filled all the way into my body. So I hate saying this before I start, which is a disclaimer, but if your mindset is too small, this is going to be hard for you to understand. I'm working on a pretty much a 5-year plan with my studio of making a lot larger than what it is. We offer services for photography, videography, podcasts, as well as artist development and DJ services. Everything that we offer is in the world of media entertainment. My goal for media entertainment is to make sure it's safe. As you can see, we have the diddlers out. We have all types of people that are running these organizations and running these things, but not with the right mind and the right heart. And I feel like we need that. You have to have this empathy piece, especially when you're working with people. And I feel like that's what the entertainment business is missing. Still being able to be personable, allowing people to create without taking their right to create away. I mean, if you tell me to go create something and give me a lot of stipulations, I'm not going to enjoy it anymore because you're not actually allowing me to create. You're telling me I have to do it within your guidelines, which takes the creative portion out. So I made this studio, which is Vibe Studio, located in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Shout out to Virginia Beach.
Clock it.
Yes, clock it. We're a little bit closer to the beach. So, of course, right after you come into the studio and do whatever you plan to do, go outside, chill, go to the beach. Our studio is a freelance studio. It's a creative studio. It's a content creative studio, 24-hour access, service as well. So I'm not going to physically be there because I want you to be safe. I also have a separate like dressing room as well as makeup room, completely in a whole different area. I mean, you have to go downstairs to it. So I always recommend that people get themselves together prior to like coming up there to fully do their shoot. But I made that for the women because a lot of times we run into photographers, which make women unsafe and they feel like they're unsafe. So I created that so you can be able to step away if need be. Do you need to get your hair, yourself situated, get your outfit changed? It's one thing to change into an outfit from the top and just put on a brand new shirt. But if you have to completely undress yourself, I want you to feel safe in the environment, as well as I want the photographer to feel that too, because you might have somebody in there and you're like, I don't want to have you getting undressed in front of me because I don't want that to be a thing later. I want us to meet in the middle. And that's kind of my goal for all of this. I really want to get into artist development if we have time, just because I noticed that that's something we don't offer here. We don't have packages for our artists. We don't have something where they can come in, get their hair, get their makeup, get their nails, get everything done, get did up, perform, rehearse. Our artist development package is put together as a 3 to 4 month plan to build artists, to bring them out. And once the package is done, we're going to put them on stage. I want to make sure that they're presenting themselves well. Are you articulating? Are you making sure that you're marketing yourself when you go out and you're not just having a conversation? So those are the things that we want to make sure that we implement for our artists. Program potentially may end up opening up to other creatives like models and things. But right now, I think to me, we have so many creatives that I go to open mics. And the first thing I said 2 years ago when I went to open mic, I said, you know what? There was this one girl I seen. I said, she sounds so great. But all we're missing is stage presence and style. Style and stage presence take you so far. Even as a DJ, if you come and you're dressed and you look your part, I think too, also making sure that we provide people with services that are affordable for creatives, because as a creative, I'm already having to go to work and then I'm having to take my regular work money, pay for my bills, and then I have to save money to create, because for some people, it can't even be a job. It has to be a hobby. My goal is to change that. So I'm here to actually make a change. I have very, very big plans, and that's really where the 5-year plan goes. We want to get a bigger building. We want to have a studio where you can practice your dance rehearsal. We want to have a studio where you're able to have your video shoot as well, do your photography. But we want to be your network hub, because we want to be able to come in and bump into a photographer, come in, bump into a videographer, make it a community, like an actual community where we're all inclusive of each other. Not, hey, you can't get in here, we already got too many people. No, when it comes to music, I feel like we get one person out in 10 years and then that's it. We don't hear anything else. We have too many people here that create music for that. I go to shows on a regular. There's shows every week. So what I'm saying is that 5-year plan that I have, I do hope that it comes way shorter than 5 years. But as you can see, I have a plan for everybody.
You can tell when someone is passionate about what they're doing. And I can just see the passion like spilling out of you. You talking about this massive plan that's already in progress, already in motion, because you're already putting the pieces together for that to happen. I want to double back a little bit. This might take you a little bit back in what you were saying, but there's so much around your description of your space that you're creating that has this layer of safety. You got into this whole portion of like focusing on making sure that artists are feeling safe within your space. Like I'm curious, is this a portion of you that's coming at this from your perspective as like maybe a woman in a space and like having had interactions or engagements that maybe weren't safe? Like, do you feel like as a woman in the DJ scene, you face any unique challenges? Like, how are you navigating all of that?
As a woman in the DJ scene, I will say for me personally, because I'm not really a clicky girl. I'm also not a follower. So if you can't provide me the opportunity or you don't want to offer it to me, I will create it myself. So that's how vibe guarding got started. I don't really, there's been times where I've been underpaid. I mean, it just gets wild. And again, a lot of this is because you are a woman and they think they can get over you. And it's unfortunate. I hate to say it like that, but it is what it is. And men that have done it, they understand and they know. They see you, they think, oh, okay, well. And again, it goes back to how you present yourself. If I was speaking to that man how I'm speaking now, he wouldn't have tried that. But when I came and I approached him, I didn't approach him in the proper way. I approached him like, hey, plus my studio does run off of trust. All my services run off of trust, meaning I don't feel any negative way until you give me that reason to. So any person that I've had dealings or business workings with, and we maybe had a business falling out, 9 times out of 10, it was because trust had gotten broken. Because I give it to you up front and I allow them to take it. That's how I operate with everyone. But if I, like I said, came with this strong presence myself up front, so I do take a little bit of the L for myself because again, you have to make sure you stand on business, and it's not nobody else's job to make sure that I'm standing on business for my business. So that's why I'm like, it kind of goes both ways. It's all about what you're willing to take and how much you're willing to deal with. Me personally, like I said, I'm not clicky and I'm not a follower. So if I have to be in your clique to get an opportunity, it's not happening. If there is a sexual advance, or that has been one of them things that, as a woman, I've had to deal with. I've had men literally ask me, hey, can you put me on with your friend? I'll give you the gig. And you're like, excuse me, I'm a girl's girl. So the answer is no. You see the flag in the back? I am a girl's girl. The answer is no. That's not how we operate. And I literally have had to walk away from, business and money. And that's okay because all money is not good money. I understand that. 26. Don't need nobody to teach me that now. It's all about, like I said, just standing on business.
You are on P's and Q's regarding all forms of business and formalities and making sure that things are lining up exactly as they should. Now you're so passionate and strong within this business mindset and frame. Like, I want to know a little bit more about your creative process. Like, what does putting together a set look like for you? Because that's when you step into your art, your form, where you're at. Like, what does that look like for you?
I will say I enjoy time alone. I am a loner, so I absolutely enjoy just listening to music by myself. My favorite artist is Kalani. So when I listen to my favorite artist, I love Kalani. Oh, Jesus, if you're listening now, love. When I'm listening to, look, she got me right now. When I'm listening to music that I enjoy, sounds that I enjoy, if you listen to like Kalani's most recent album, not While We Wait To, but Crash, her sound there, it was out of this world. The whole album was different from top to bottom. Music like that inspires me to listen to other music and look for different sound. So that's kind of where I get that from. I don't have any other way that I actually create my set list. I don't like to stress myself out about it because I like to make music fun. And when you do get stressed, it's not fun. It makes your face break out. It's not fun anymore. I mean, please. So I just try my best to make sure that, like I said, listening to stuff that I enjoy will typically bring me to something else.
All right. Okay, so you said Kalani is your favorite album. I mean, your favorite artist, and you're like really on the spin of the Crash album lately. Are there any songs like from that album or in general? This is my last question. My last question. Are there any
I
songs that you feel like you're attached to right now that you have on spin?
My favorite song by Kalani is Everything. I will be getting married to that someday. And I have three favorite local artists actually. Pretty Loco. I'm her DJ, official DJ. We have Shan. She just dropped a song called Shake, and she resonates to me with Tyla and Kalani. She actually just opened for Kalani recently. I was there as well, and G Lit. She also opened for Kalani. So yeah. Oh, TZ So Dope. Love her as well. Big shout out to her. Big shout out to Solamente. And those are all 4 women, by the way. They're running the world, you guys. They're running the world. I will say shout out to my girlies. I do have a lot of male artists that I absolutely love, even mainstream. But right now, Kalani is my girl. That's all I've been listening to. Music that inspired me when I was younger, though, would definitely be like Tina Turner, James Brown. My dad loves music. My dad passed away last year. My music love comes from him. My mom also loves music because she used to sing, play the piano. I play the violin. So I have a lot of influences in music that are just, to me, it's actually just, like I said, it boosts my dopamine just thinking about it. I get so excited thinking about it, and I just feel like that's what it should be about. Yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I enjoy, like I said, the old school music. I enjoy the gospel music. I enjoy hip hop music. I love house music. That's actually becoming one of my bigger influences. Yeah, the girlies need to get into house music. The one thing I do hate about the culture here in our area is probably the club culture, because nobody dances anymore. They dance, but it has to be a twerk song before we get to dance. And what happened to the quick little, one of those little quick little 1-2s? We don't do those anymore. So I just hope that, someday we're able to get back to something like that. And especially here in VA, we need it. The studio I have is not big enough yet for what I'm trying to do, but I am hoping, cross my fingers and praying that, we get some investors that are able to give us a bigger building so we can execute these ideas. And even for people like Billiards, if you ever need a place to shoot in, that would be a place that would be a hub, because you'll be able to meet the artists, because the artists will already be there for you.
Truly, this has been a beautiful time to just sit down and get to know you a bit. You're such a grounded and talented and thoughtful artist. So thank you for spending your time with us over here at Billiards Music. I mean, you've always got some support. You've always got somebody in your corner, because we're over here. Congratulations on everything you've accomplished, everything that you're in the process of accomplishing. Anything you want to, leave the people with, and say something that you just want out.
My name is DJ GHUD Vibes. I come with the good vibes. Come check out Vibe Studio. I'm located right in Virginia Beach. If you need anything, if you have any questions, if you want to collab, please contact me. I'm simple to deal with, and I'm simple to chat with. I would definitely recommend all of our artists, please book a consultation so we can get into this artist development. I'm here. We have it. It's available. It's needed, and I'm willing to give it. You'll have a mentor 24/7. Whatever you need, I'm your mentor. Call me. I'm going to be right here beside you through the whole process of making sure that we build the artists into what they need to be. My photographers, videographers, please. Podcasters, please come check out the studio. Come get a tour, whatever you need. We are here to make you comfortable, but we're also here to provide you with all your resources. So I appreciate everybody. And yeah, follow me on Instagram at GHUD Vibes, GHUD.vibes.
And on that note, be sure to check out DJ GHUD Vibes and our first ever digital September issue of Billiards Music on www.billiardsvmsoa.com and our Instagram page. And be sure to connect with Diamond on Instagram at DHUD.vibes for everything she has going on. Book, my good sis. Until next time, I'm your host, Nay Irie. Virginia is not only a place for lovers, it's a sanctuary for dreamers. Yeah.
Early morning, I'm riding this song pretty. Feeling so at home outside of Norfolk City. Undefined, built for more than one design. I done tried to demonstrate a bunch of times. Like, yes, I know my name isn't underlined, but when they listen up, I'm undenied. Say, you don't support me like you do them other guys, and you supposed to be my dog, I wonder why. Damn, I done so much and wanna do more that sometimes I forget I just arrived.